had a tough time recording this.
All right. There's where we're finding, and what we want to find first is a left Riemann sum with 4 intervals. So doesn't that mean, since I'm going from 0 to 2, each interval is a half? Does that make sense to you?
So it just says 4 intervals?
It just says 4 subintervals is what it says, but yes.
Oh, I remember this now.
Okay, so the left Riemann sum means I use f of 0 times 1/2, don't I? Plus f of 1/2 times 1/2. You all remember this?
No. Okay.
Plus f of 1 times 1/2 plus f of times 1/2.
So we're doing
Right?
the area of each of those squares.
Okay, now, the easiest way to do this is go to y equal on your calculator and type in your f function.
Fine. What does that function mean? That's f. Plus 2.
Is it f of 0, 2? Right? Yes? F of 1/2 is 2.25? And I'm writing this down because I'm going to use these numbers again in a minute so I don't have to want to re-find them. What was f of 1? 2? And f of 3/2? 1.5? 1.25. All right. So I can type 2 times 1/2 plus all this in my calculator, and that will give me the left Riemann sum. Is that what you got? Do you remember this? Does this make sense? Now it asks for the right Riemann sum. What do I do different?
You don't do a 0 and add a.
What's wrong, Griffin?
Can we do like LRAN and RRAN in our calculator?
They're going to want you to show some. If it's a multiple choice, yes.
Yes, but if it's like a free response, then
Yes, or what if it's no calculator? So that's kind of what we're talking about.
Response.
What?
The lid on your marker is not. Right there.
What an eyeball. What an eyeball is. Eyeballs.
Thank you. So what about a right? We take off this one, and we add plus f of 2 times 1/2, right? Do you all agree? So what is the answer for right Riemann sum?
2, 3,
Oh, no.
no, 3.375,
No,
2.75.
2.75. Okay, I said it twice, Harrison.
Yes, I know, but I don't know.
We didn't do the one on the left. We didn't do f of 0.
Yeah.
And we added f of 2.
Okay. Yeah. Do that.
Now, what if I ask for the mid Riemann sum? I need the midpoints, don't I?
Do you do the midpoint between each interval?
Yes, we do. Which means for the midpoint, isn't in the first one f of 1/4? But I'm going to put a 1/2 out here because it's times this whole thing. Was that okay with you? Then what would be after f of 1/4? F of 3/4 plus f of what? 5/4 plus f of 7/4. That would give me middle Riemann sum, right?
So we just do the in between all of them.
Uh-huh.
Each.
Midpoint means use the middle point. Okay, does that make sense to you all? Do you remember this?
I remember it. Hopefully I remember it on the test.
I hope so.
Thank you.
All right. This is the chart that I'm going to give you, okay? X and fx. I have 0 and 1. I have 1.5 and 1.45. I have 3, 2.8. 4.5, 5.05. 6, 8.2. 7, that's a 7. 12.25. 9 is 17.2. 10.5 is 23.05. And 12 is 29.8. All right. The directions say the function is continuous on the closed interval and has values as shown. Use a midpoint Riemann sum with 4 subintervals of equal length. So if I'm doing 4, isn't this 1, 2, 3, 4?
So now we just use the 1.5.
What is my width?
3.
3 for each one, right? So is there going to be 3 times f of, well actually I don't have to put f of, do I?
Yeah, it's 3 times 1.45.
1.45 plus
1.
12.25
Oh, that looks like 1.
plus 23.05. And that's how I find Riemann sum on that.
Easy enough. That's some easy directions.
Use a midpoint Riemann sum with 4 subintervals to approximate the area.
So would that be in the calculator?
It might be,
Okay. Because that would be an easy one to do anyway.
yeah, because all you're going to do is add these up times 3. I would say odds are good that, to me, what I think they would have a better, more likely to do is do a multiple choice, and you don't have to get an answer, but you have to be able to set this up and how they match them up.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?